Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day and welcome to another interesting episode of The Headliner titled Meet the Elders on your favorite channel, Mikiya TV. I'm your host, Umar Isa Dandago. Today we have come to the residence of Alh Sulaiman Muhammad Mambo, a politician who served under Rimi administration as a public servant and has been engaged in different political activities, mostly behind the scene. We've come to his house to talk to him about the differences between the politics then of the 1970s and 80s versus the politics now. And then we're going to discuss a lot about his experiences and life struggles and achievements and academia, because he served as a teacher, classroom teacher, and then transitioned into a lecturer, and where he retired as a lecturer at Sa'adatu Rimi College of Education. We are here recording at his house here in Kano in order to talk to him about the politics and life then versus how they are currently. There are so many agitations and arguments regarding the way that northern Nigeria has been left behind in the aspect of politics, leadership and development, even though the number of people from northern part of Nigeria that have ruled the country have outnumbered those from the southern counterpart. But then yet the region has been clamoring, complaining bitterly that it is not only left behind but backwarded. Well, we're going to talk about all these issues among others with my guest, no other but Alh Sulaiman Muhammad Mambo. Thank you very much indeed, sir, for allowing us to record here at this house.
It's a pleasure.
Well, first of all, before we dive deeply into the crux of the conversation, let's get to briefly know about your biography. Who is Alh Sulaiman Muhammad Mambo?
Well, with all humility, my name is Sulaiman Muhammad, hailed from Bakirwa in Dala local government, but actually most of my life was in the municipality, specifically in Gwarigini. That's my maternal place, and I grew up there. I schooled there, but I was born in Bakirwa.
But Gwarigini is now called Kwali.
Well,
popularly known as Kwali.
Kwali is not Ungwa, but it's an area.
Okay.
It comprises of Indabawa, Kurumawa, and Ungwarigini, and of course part of Wudilawa, and of course part of Gongoza too, are known as Kwali. It's an area.
Okay.
And Kwali Primary School actually is even in Kofar Nasarawa.
Yes.
So it's an area, it's not Ungwa. Yes.
Excellent. So you did primary school and secondary school, even though you called it not middle school, but grade 2 or something like that.
Yes. Right? I schooled in Kwali Primary School. Actually, we were the pioneers. We started the school in 1960. And finishing there, 1966, I was in Kano Teachers College. Now the premises is called FCE. Yes, we were the first set to be there.
Okay.
It's grade 2. And I even did my NCE there.
Oh, yes.
So I spent about 8 years in that place.
Okay. So after that, you went to ABU, did your degree?
After that, I went to ABU.
In political
After
science?
ABU, I read history and political science. And then I was in Ibadan. I read history there also.
Okay, for your master's degree?
Yes.
Okay, this is very important. How helpful was your academic line in your life, and particularly in politics?
Well, actually, all my life I have been a teacher, proud to be a teacher, though I taught for briefly in various places, but I worked as an administrator more than a teacher.
Okay.
But actually, I never transferred my services anywhere. I retired as chief lecturer from Kumboso.
Sa'adatu Rimi College of Education.
Yes, College of Education. That's why I retired 22 years ago.
Oh, that's fantastic. Maybe this should come towards the end.
Yes.
What have you been doing since the retirement? Just sitting down watching TV?
After my retirement, I was not watching TV. Actually, my interest is in politics.
Okay.
But politics, not to be elected and not to be appointed.
You emphasize this?
Yes.
Which means you take it quite seriously.
I take it quite seriously.
Okay. Why?
Because my vision or my views, what I understand as politics, public service.
Okay.
Not myself. That is why I never aspired to be elected or to be appointed.
So are you saying, I'm sorry to cut you off. Are you saying that those that come out asking people to vote for them for any particular political position, are you saying that they are out there for themselves, not for the humanity?
I can't say for themselves alone, but they displayed that you are either elected or appointed or you leave.
Okay.
Yes. So maybe their views, their understanding, their pleasure in politics is themselves. But personally, I do not mind to be elected or to be appointed, but I wish to see good things.
Okay.
My center of attraction in politics is public service. That's how I take it.
Okay.
Not, actually, there is no millionaire politician.
Really?
You can be a millionaire as a politician if you are a politician.
Are you talking about the ideal politics
if you
or the
want
politics
money,
of Nigeria?
If you want money, become an industrialist. That's where money is. Politics is not for money.
Okay.
Whoever enters politics because of money, he will end up a failure.
Are you talking about the ideal democracy? I mean, the ideal politics or the politics of
whether
African
it
countries,
is ideal or not ideal, there is no multi-millionaire. Well, you don't have Dangote in politics.
But there are people with millions, if not billions of naira,
which they hide.
Who are in politics. They spend dollars,
but they hide it. The money, if they have, if it is true, it's not money. Money is to circulate. Money is to generate money. If you hide it in your house, you are not. You don't have money.
Okay.
Yes, it has to circulate. It has to move around. You have to invest it. If you have to hide it, then it's not money. It's something else.
Okay.
Yes.
Some people would say maybe you have never been approached with any political position, a very lucrative political position, and that's why you're saying your view of politics is just to serve the people, not to have any political appointment. Have you ever been approached with any political position?
Any political appointment? Well, you have to look for it. You have to ask for it. I never asked for any political appointment or any position anywhere throughout my life. I never asked.
But have you ever been approached with one political position?
Who will approach you? You have to even pay to get it. You have to bribe your way, or you have to pay one way or the other to get it. But it's not my intention. I view politics as public service. That's my view of politics. It's a responsibility. It's a responsibility. It is not pleasure. Therefore, whoever knows responsibility will not look for it, because it's a responsibility. People will expect you to do A, B, C, X, Y, and Z. And you may not even finish up. So why do you go into that? But that's my view.
I understand that.
But if you want to be known, popularity, but politics is not a beauty contest.
Okay, I understand.
It's a responsibility. If you take it, then you invite responsibility.
Yes, definitely.
But if you don't see it as a responsibility, you will look for it.
Yeah, sure. I think we need to come back to this issue of politics of your time especially the 1970s politics, Second Republic and so on and so forth, versus how the politics is currently now. But then let's go to your experiences. You served as somewhat immediately after your university during your NYSC as somewhat like an undercover agent for Muhammadu Abubakar Rimi.
Not undercover.
So you did some secretary stuff for him.
It's not. I wasn't undercover.
Okay.
I was open.
Okay.
Yes, because I single-handedly started the research unit at Government House. Okay. That's what took me there.
Okay.
Research unit is to actually see how people look at the government.
Okay.
How, but it's not undercover.
I understand.
I go open.
But the reason why I use this word undercover is because in an interview with Premier Radio you did 2 years ago, you said that he handpicked you, Muhammad Abubakar Rimi handpicked you, trusting you and entrusting a responsibility on you to go and fish out where the problems were in your party and in your government and see how you could fix them.
Yes.
Because he was facing some tough oppositions and
internal squabbles and so on and so forth. What brought about Sensi and Tabo.
Okay.
So we have to work day and night. I did not only do that work in Kano.
Okay.
I could remember I was assigned to see how PRP was in Bauchi.
Okay.
I think I was given 6 days. So I created another team. So the two teams, myself leading one team, and my friend late Hanza Ahmed Bichi led the other half. And we went, round Bauchi State. Bauchi then including Gombe. Gombe, and yes, we did everything. I think Hanza Bichi handled the Gombe area, that is Bauchi South, Bauchi West, and I handled Bauchi East.
Okay.
So it was fun. It was a terrible job. We were given only 7 days, because we had to reach almost all the local governments.
Okay.
And Bauchi is about 3 times Kano.
Yeah, in terms of land size.
Land size, yes. So we had to go nook and corners. So not only Kano, we were in various places. That is why I was in almost every state in Nigeria. All because of politics.
Okay.
Yes, but it was not undercover.
Okay, it was open.
It was open.
You were tasked with the responsibility of reaching out.
I was the link between him and other governors. That were not MPN governors.
Sort of a liaison officer?
Yes, Sulaiman Jim Nwobodo, the only surviving governor now. And but I think Awal Ibrahim also is alive. Okay. Only 2 of them are alive.
Which states did they head?
Awal Ibrahim is Niger.
Okay, Niger.
Yes, and Jim Nwobodo was now I think it's
Okay. So what did you do, connecting him to those who are not from your
normally
those governors?
There was 9 governors, progressive governors meeting.
Okay.
I served as the secretary of that.
But that secretary thing that you did was not open. In the same interview, you said you're behind
it's not open.
Behind the shadows.
Well, administrators are to be heard, not seen. So we just don't come out. You do your job and report back where you are supposed to report. That's what we did. Okay. So it was not undercover, even though you can say undercover because so many then commissioners, a number of them even complained to him that I disturbed them.
Okay.
Because I have to see how people take, their action.
Yes, sure.
Are they effective? Are they working? It's like now. Now, I think it's a little bit more soft.
Okay.
There, we cannot afford to be soft.
Okay.
Because Rimi served for only 3.5 years. And if you compare the achievement then and now, then you will clearly think that something was done.
Even though there was a difference between the time then and the time now, the complexities of the politics and the economy.
And the economy.
Yeah, everything.
Yes, but the economy, I think, is virtually the same.
Okay.
What is it? Now, there's a lot of money.
Okay.
Now.
Okay.
Then, people will laugh if I tell them governor's salary then was barely 3,000.
3,000.
Yes.
But the 3,000 of that time was way stronger than...
Much stronger.
Yeah.
Of course, yes.
So you see?
You know, that time is value.
Yeah.
Is quality, not quantity.
I agree.
That's the difference. Yes.
Okay.
Money was money.
Yeah, sure.
But now money is something else. Yes.
Did you make a lot of enemies out of those politicians that saw you as a thorn, as a hindrance or stumbling block in their way?
No. It never happened.
Okay.
It never happened. One thing, I never asked for any favor from anybody.
Okay.
And nobody approached me with any favor. They do their work, I do my work.
But you said they complained. They were complaining about your approach.
I am intruding. Yes, I was intruding. I intruded. But I intruded for what I want, because I was a researcher.
Okay.
A researcher wants to get the fact, you know.
Yeah.
One may not believe. Out of our research, where he went wrong, we tell him he's wrong.
Okay.
Who? The governor.
Oh, you could look him in the eye
and say, sir, this is not... let me tell you a story. When the EMAs, new EMAs were created, first class EMAs.
MES. At that time. Okay.
Renu was first class. Gaya in particular. I said I have no objection with Hadeja, Gumel and Kazauri, but I objected to Renu and Gaya.
Why?
Because I say history is made. It is not... time creates history. You just don't wake up and put up an emir.
Okay.
That was wrong.
Yeah.
I discussed it with my colleagues, and someone sneaked to tell the governor that Sulaiman is not happy with the emirs.
Yeah.
And Rimi was a frank person.
Yeah.
He called me. Sulaiman, I say, sir, they say you don't like the emirs. I say, no, I don't like them. Say, why? Say, because it's artificial.
Okay.
It's not historic. They did not develop into that. Time creates emirship, not politicians. Not politicians.
Okay.
He said, but why? I told him it's a very expensive institution. And it is going to be, the public money is going to suffer. He said, okay, all your ideas, we have to do it.
Okay.
That's how it ended.
He heard you.
Yes.
But then he went on with his plan.
He will do it. And he did it.
Okay. Because he was having some issues with the then
well, I'm telling you the difference between that time and now. Now, I don't think there is a courageous man. Even the civil servants. Because I always see myself as a civil servant.
Okay. Not a politician.
I am not a government servant. When I was working, until the day I retired, I see myself as a public servant, not a government servant.
I understand.
Therefore, I can tell any politician, any office holder, something is right or wrong. I will say it. If I were to go back to service now, I will do the same. No regret. Whatever will happen to me, let it. Because we had spine. We stand on our...
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
We can say it, that is wrong or that is right.
You had the guts to do that.
Yes, because we are civil servants.
Yes, definitely.
We are serving people. We are not serving government. If we were serving government servant, then we go with the government.
Yeah. Okay. Governments come and go.
Yes.
But civil service remains.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think I once told a governor of Kano that, sir, I'm not a government servant, I'm a civil servant. This, what you want to do is not right. He was annoyed. I was punished. A lot of things happened to me, but I never regret.
Okay.
Because it is true. I told him I was serving government from Audubon up to the time, I think I retired 2022.
2022 or 2002?
2002.
2002.
Yes.
And that was the time when you had that issue with that governor?
Yes. And I told him that, this is my job. And I have to say it. I know you are the governor. You are my governor. You are my leader. I respect that, and you will always be my governor. You will always be my leader. But this is wrong.
So the lesson we should iron out here is civil servants should be courageous to confront their leaders, their bosses.
Yes, that's what it should be. Otherwise, if you deviate from that, then you are still the governor and you are still running government, but then
the politicians of nowadays are not the same politicians, are not entirely the politicians that you had at that time.
Of course they cannot.
Who could listen to you, even though they would go away.
Yes.
I mean, sort of.
It's a matter of tolerance. It's a matter of tolerance. Some people are tolerant. They can take criticism. They can take corrections. Others may not. So that's the only difference. Otherwise, it's the same thing. Yes. That time, there was a rule of law. But now, actually, if I am to say the truth, now, a kind of, you do what you want.
Yeah, sure. Anarchy.
But it's not anarchy.
Might is right.
It's not anarchy. It's not might is right. But it's impunity.
All right. That's the best word.
That's the best word.
Yeah, we have like five. Yeah, we have like five.
Yeah. That time, you have to quote the law that empowers you to do X, Y, and Z. Now you don't have to quote anything. You will say it is the leader who wants it, and I will do it.
Sure.
But that is not service.
I understand.
That's not public service. As far as we are concerned, because we are trained.
Yeah, sure. You're trained. I don't know, we have a lot to discuss. Unfortunately, we have like 5 minutes to go. My father told me, because of your closeness with Abubakar Rimi, Muhammadu Abubakar Rimi, the then governor, the late Abubakar Rimi, you got the opportunity of meeting governors, as you told us earlier, governors, big names, political bigwigs in the country, and that gave you, widened the scope of your network and connection. The question I want to put out to you is that there was what you called Gidan Akida, the house of Abubakar Rimi, where people like you and all the supporters of Abubakar Rimi would gather, and you talked about strategies, political strategies and stuff like that. Nowadays, Rimi is gone. May Allah have mercy on him. But then we have a replica of Rimi in Kano, as some people put out, as some people say. It's Rabi Musa Konkoso, and the Konkosia movement is more or less like a similar or replica of your Gidan Akida. Some people think and believe that Konkoso is as charismatic as Rimi. I don't know what's your view on that. Do you see Konkoso as a replica of Abubakar Rimi?
Of course, he is charismatic. They are similar and they differ in many ways, as they are similar in many ways.
Okay.
Actually.
So they are the same?
Definitely he is charismatic. Okay, good. But their style differs. Okay. Yes. But they are all firebrand politicians.
Meaning?
They are serious in politics. But time makes them different.
Okay.
Rimi was pro-people, especially the downtrodden, the Talaka, because he belongs to that class. But that time has gone. You cannot, even if Rimi were alive today, he cannot be the Rimi of that time. Okay. Time changes everything.
I understand.
The only thing they differ between Kwankwaso is their view with government.
Okay.
Now, the style, whoever helps you belongs to you. Whoever opposes you is not for you. But that is not the Rimi style.
Oh, okay.
Rimi saw himself as a governor of Kano State. Whether you elect him or not, whether you are Sansi, Tabo, MPN, or anything. But now, if you are not Konkwasiya, you are not even a Kano man.
Okay. But Kwankwaso claims to be pro-people.
Pro-Konkwasiya.
Pro the masses. He always talks about the people.
Look, I know people that were sent away because of their opposition.
Okay.
Let me tell you, I was permanent secretary minister of Land and Survey. I was permanent secretary minister of Housing and Environment. When I was at the government house before I became permanent secretary, some people, all PRP stalwart, I will tell you, Sansi, were in government house, wanted to see the governor. The governor says he will not see them. So my boss, Alh Sulaiman, said, please, only you can convince him.
Okay.
So he sent me. I went, I said, sir, people from Yaka say want to see you. They are all PRP supporters. He said, I will not see them. I said, you can't do that. He said, why? I said, because they come. He said, okay, for what? I don't know. You go and ask them. I went, they said, they reported an incident at Ministry of Land and Survey. They have people that are not PRP were given plots. They even brought us sample. So we come to complain to him that they were not PRP. Why should they get land in Kano? So I told him, he said, okay, that I will see them. So he went. And I told them he will come out and see you, but only one of you will talk. Just appoint someone. They appointed him. He told them their problem. He said, when he came to respond, he said, thank you very much for telling me that civil servants are doing their work. Thank you very much. I am grateful. But let me tell you, this government is for Kano. It's not, PRP put the government in place. But it is not PRP's government. It is not Sansi's government. It is Kano State government. Every member, every Kano person is entitled to a plot, whether he is Sansi, Tabo, MP, or whatever. That is his right.
That's good.
So that is the difference between Rimi and Kwankwaso. Because I saw it clearly. Honestly, this is fact. I have no grudge against Kwankwaso, but he's a charismatic leader, but he personalizes it. And another evidence, how can you do government work? If I were in government, I will quarrel. For example, you cannot put up a building with public fund and write Konkwasiya on it. That is by any standard wrong. It is wrong. How many Konkwasiyas are in Kano? Kano is about 20 million people. Konkwasiya people are not 10 million. Up far away because they elected him.
That's fantastic.
Honestly.
Of course, we are running out of time. We hope when next we ask for an opportunity to speak to you, we will be able to get that.
I am always ready for you.
Yes.
I stand my stand and I stand my ground that there is a lot of difference between past and now. But I'm not regretting that time changes. You can't. Now it's not 1978 when we started politics, and now it's not 1980s. This is 2024.
And so there's a
gap of 40 years. And God is not stagnant. He creates new every moment. As you come to this room now, you are not going everything of yours changing.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
God is changing. Everything keep changing. So you cannot have 1980 now.
Yeah, inshallah. No. Thank you very much indeed, Alh Sulaiman Muhammad Mambo, for speaking to Mikiya TV. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of everyone that has contributed to the production of the show, my name is Umar Isa Dandugo, saying goodbye and see you very soon.